Most traders know the patterns. Breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 AM EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings.
If you're here to flip coins and gamble, click away. If you're here to actually learn how to trade futures with structure, strategy, and real results, then welcome. Because most people don't make it. Not because they are not smart, but because no one ever taught them how to build a foundation. Hello there and welcome. I'm Sean, the founder of Smart Traders Capital, and truly glad you're here. You have taken the first step into one of the most misunderstood profession is day trading. We believe trading is more than pushing buttons and chasing green candles. It's a craft, a discipline, a journey. Let me be real with you. This world is filled with noise. You've probably seen screenshots, the Lambos, the flashy wins on social medias. What they don't show you is the work, the structure, the thousands of mistakes behind every win. Yes, you can make money in trading and change your life, but only if you're willing to go slow and right. Yes, read it again. Slow and right. Most people who enter this game rush in like it's casino. They will click buy or sell. They're placing a bet, hoping the market move in their favor. Sometime it does, and that random win feels like a magic. But randomness is not the strategy, and without the structure, you will lose more than you win. The market is like a 24/7 live stream. It's always moving, full of actions, suspense, drama, just like your favorite Netflix series. But don't get lost in the entertainment. Every trade you take must have a reason, a plan, a risk management. You can live with it, but you're not here to binge with price. You're here to learn how to navigate it with the clarity. Let me tell you the hard truth. Every trade you take has a 50% chance of winning and 50% chance of losing. But trading isn't about coin flips. It's about stacking the odds in your favor through preparation, through risk controls, through execution and reflection. One good trade won't make you rich. One bad trade without discipline can wipe out weeks of progress. Weeks of progress. This journey will challenge you. Some days you will powerful, other days defeated. But if you're willing to take it slow, if you are ready to unlearn bad habits and build the right habits, then you are here in the right place. We are not here to sell dreams. We're here to teach reality through structured sessions, real market examples. And a community that actually supports you will show you how to approach training like a professional. If this resonates with you, then here is the next step. This video is part of 5-part beginner series to help you start trading futures. Right away, we are going to talk the real strategies, risk controls, journaling, market prep, everything I wish someone gave me when I started. So this message resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell icon on, and watch for the episode number 2, how to prep for the trading day, dropping soon.
Hey traders, welcome back to our daily market analysis. Today, I want to share our pre-market insights and break down our trading day grading system that helps us stay consistent and disciplined. Let me start with our grading system. We rate each trading day from A to F based on three key factors: market conditions, trade execution, and risk management. An A day means perfect execution in ideal conditions, while an F represents missed opportunities or poor risk management. For example, in today's pre-market call, we identified key support levels on the S&P 500 with a particular focus on the 60-20 resistance zone. Our analysis suggested a potential breakout trade, and we planned our entries accordingly. The biggest lesson from today's session: sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. When market conditions don't align with our strategy, staying on the sidelines is often the smartest move. Want to join us for live market analysis? We stream every trading day on YouTube, where we break down market movements in real time and share actionable insights. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to catch our next stream. Remember, consistent profits come from disciplined trading and proper risk management. See you in the next analysis.
Right now, the market doesn't care if it's a good news or bad news. It just wants a reason to go up. Someone sneezes, boom, green candles. We are in a phase of excessive liquidity. Money is pouring in. Pullbacks barely last 30 minutes. Buyers jump in instantly. But it wasn't always like this. Just a few weeks ago, crickets, no bids, no momentum. Institutions had the tap off. Nothing was flowing. But now, the fire hose is on full blast. You can't fight it. You have got to recognize the regime and trade with it.
Most traders know the patterns: breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped, and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 AM EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings. Hello, guys. Those who are watching us, I'm going to be live a little early today. Today is the CPI data, so I'm live sitting on it, watching the things. If you want to join us for a CPI review, uh, come and join us. I think today could be the day where you can have you can make money for the month, the whole month of profit in just one day. And if you need help and you're struggling, and you're not having a good month so far, today's the day. Today is the most weighted economic data is a CPI. Today is based on the data where market will decide whether the Fed is going to cut the rate or not, and that's may raise some expectations. Uh, will get the market to the all-time high. Uh, I'm looking some scenarios that how is market going to function, and if you are interested in joining us, come and join us. And I'm gonna start discussing in the next few minutes about the CPI data and how we're gonna plan our day. So if you're interested, come and join, stay around, say hello in the comment section, introduce yourself, and that's the way it's all about. So I'm gonna start in the next few minutes. I'm just still watching. Look at this initial drop around 8:05, but that's not the tradable. The news is actually at 8:30. We'll see whether what will be the price action. But I'm looking at the couple of scenarios for today, and we will trade accordingly. Those of who you have never heard about me or watching me first time, I'm Sean. I do everyday live stream on the YouTube and our Discord. So come and join us our YouTube if you're interested in knowing more about me. This is the thing. There's initial details came out uh, about the U.S.-China deal. There is a total of 55% tariff for US, 10% tariff for China. Any necessary rare earths will be supplied by China. Rare earths to be supplied upfront by China. US to allow Chinese students to attend US universities, subject to approval by Trump and President Xi Jinping. There's unclear of a total of 55% tariff what US means, but there are some deals going on, and I think the fluctuation what we have seen so far, uh, it could be because of that. So, so market first initial reaction after that news is just a spike in the range, and then now slowly coming down. I think 8:30 would be the CPI data, where market will decide what it's really wanting to do. I will be back in a 1 minute. Stay tuned, and we're gonna start soon the planning for today. It's a really important day for today. Hello, Miguel. Hi, Miguel. Can you hear me? Miguel, can you hear me here? Very good. Awesome. All right. So the link you sent to me, you want me to remove that, right? So, but the link you sent to me is already working. The book map. So that is working fine. We can. We do not need to remove that. Yeah. So this one, the one you sent to me, is a book map. Bookmap at the same time running, that's what you're saying? So I'm right now see. So how come there is a two streaming? It's not possible that we have a two streaming together. Okay, let me see. So you're saying the two, there is two bookmap. Let me just try and remove that. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this one is fine. So there. Okay, if I let me end this, what happened? Okay, now check that. Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay. Morning, Vladimir. Morning, everyone. So, see, today is really an important day. The CPI data. Just a few minutes ago, there's certain information came in about the U.S.-China deal. There's still a lot of things are not very clear uh, about it, about the details, but there are some very important details came in, which talks about that uh, that the U.S. will allow that the students from China to attend the universities. U.S. China will supply the rare minerals which were blocked by the China because of the deal. So there is a lot of information came in, but there's still a lot of information which is not very clear. Uh, then what is going to be happening with those information? And then on top, we have an 830 CPI. So what I'm looking at this point, so my analysis or my uh, scenarios, I'm looking at the three scenarios here. So if you look at it, we are very close to all-time high. One scenario could it be that there is very good information and market spike and gap up. Okay, so if you look at it here, um, I'm just trying to open the, yeah, here you go. So what I'm saying that there will be a couple of scenarios here which I'm looking at this point. So scenario number one, would it be the gap up based on the news? Okay, and what does really mean that that market showcase really some strong information and economic data which trigger the buying, and then that's lead the market on the upside and breakout. Okay, so once it's breakout, uh, could be two scenarios. This could be the gap and go. This means that the is a really strong information, and the market just keep grinding up into first 1 and 2 hours before it moves back down, or market just gap up enough, and then rest after the market opens is just continue to sell. So scenario number one, which has two sub scenarios, which is the gap up, and if the market continue to gap up, then either is continue to go up or it fails after the morning, after the 9:30, and then starts selling off, and the whole day just a sell off. And it's become the sell the news kind of an event. Second scenario would it be that the that is a bad news. The data comes in very strong, or market doesn't like the data, and it's gapped down. And I think that would be the most trickiest one, because if it's gapped down and pushes a little lower, then we need to find the right place to enter, because it's possible, the way it is that every time the dip buying regime is, we wanted to make sure that the new buyers doesn't come in. Just imagine the last, even just yesterday, anyone would try to show, just look at it, how many times it gets squeezed. And I posted just my short video as well. You really need to understand what regime we are in. We are in a regime where we do not even tolerate the 30 minutes pullback. And that is really in strong pullbacks, right? So if you look at it, we get this pullback, even not in one session, and move back up. Only 130 minutes candle and move back up. 130 minutes candle down and move back up. So this is a really strong dip buy regime going on right now. So really, if the second scenario will come in where the market doesn't like the data and market pulls down really bad, then we need to be very conscious about that how we're going to treat that, and we need to find the right spot. But if it's gap up, it's much easier for us to find shorting opportunities. If it's starting downtrend, where because then it's going to be truly extended and sell the news that we're going to come in. Third reaction would it be that the market doesn't do that much, it stay within the range, doesn't break out, and everything happens. What is going to happen after the morning sessions? After the 9:30. So I likely expect the 1B scenario, where market going to go strongly gap up and give all-time high signal, and that's where market fails somewhere, and then in the morning session going to come down. So anyway, whatever it will be, today is the day where you look for bigger gains, but at the same time, not full size. So you would likely need to make sure that you have at least 1, 2, 3 tries, because market may be very volatile in a one direction and very hard for us to trade. So look for at least keep in mind that you at least have a 2 to 3 tries available, at least 2 to 3 tries available. So because you're going to get the bigger reward given the volatility we're going to expect today. It's a high opportunity day today. So risk appropriately and let the winners run, so that you get the better reward with the smaller size. Any question, guys? There's only 30 seconds left. Let's see what's going to be the reaction. And if somebody has access to the Benzica, they can also look at it, the data. But if not, then we're all set. Here you go. The first reaction came in, and is the gap, is the strong push up. Let's see what happens now. Does it hold, or it is just going to not going to hold it? It seems to me that likely it's going to hold, and maybe new all-time high is inevitable at this point now. All right, so scenario number 1 is going in well. So we'll see now that if we can find certain opportunities where we can go long in the pre-market, we will go there. Not now. Let a little bit settle down. Market retested almost 6,075. So it seems like a very strong data. Morning Dan. So let's see what does. Is 1 minute after still holding it very nicely. You can trade those, but we will wait for it to see if you can find it. But today definitely would be the day. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, somebody's saying. Did somebody open the microphone? Anyway, so today is a day with a high opportunity day, good volatility, right? So we need to look for the right place to enter. So CPI data came very positive, so much lower than the anticipation. So if inflation is getting better, so likely there might be a case that uh, where the rate reduction will come soon. So look at this very strong 2-minute candle. I'm not yet interested in doing any trade at this point. It's really expanded. I don't know whether it's going to hold this gap or it's going to come back down. It's too early. I think we're gonna find some opportunities later on. Don't rush um, into shorting or going long at this point. Today is an important day for you guys to keep the Bookmap on your screen. So if you're not watching Bookmap or you don't have access, we provide the free Bookmap streaming. Please go ahead and watch the Bookmap stream. At this point, I don't see anyone watching it, but it's really important today for you guys to look at the Bookmap as well. Uh, and make your Bookmap uh, review as part of your daily process while you're taking trade. Just don't trade blindly. Look at the flows and visualization of heat map. Uh, make use of the Bookmap. Don't spend your money. Use this stream, watch it, learn it, and once you are consistently profitable, then you can use your own. But this will be enough for you to know you do not need to spend, because visualization doesn't need you know extreme real time. It's just real time. It's just a delay of a few seconds. You can still make out of the book stream. So very good consolidation here happening at this point. So very solid 5 minutes bar, still holding it. Very, very strong. As we expected, that CPI data would be very good. Um, and here we go. Don't get excited. Don't get tempted to short at this point. Uh, Definitely no short. I'm not even interested going long. It's really extended. Um, you know, we don't know whether it's going to churn, retest, make the new high, but definitely no short and no long at this point. Just watch. We're gonna find the opportunities later on. We need to carefully analyze it. We can't rush this, and use all of our opportunities in the pre-market when the extended candle in. So right now, if you look at it, if we went long on this pullback, we might have received 7-8 points. But it's just the edge of getting it, or it's just a 50-50. So Thank you guys for joining us on the Smart Risk Capital YouTube channel and on X. If you have any question, please let me know, or if you like our content, give a thumbs up. See, only thing with what I usually say to you guys that don't go into the social media temptation of trading big, or posting thousands of dollars P&L on the challenge and evaluation accounts. If you really wanted to, because you are not affiliate, right? You are not getting money uh, from those boosts. You have limited funds. You need to trade consistently. For you to be trade consistently profitable and take out $2,000, $3,000 payout, for you is really important to exercise the patience, be very careful analyzing it, find the right place to enter. I know it's not easy. You wanted to make quick bucks and out. You will make the quick bucks, but you need to exercise caution and patience, because if you don't do that, there's a likelihood that there will be a 50% edge. You will make money, and in the next trade you will lose money, and this cycle will continue. And over the time, you're going to lose more money than you're going to make money. So today is an important day. CPI data will find some opportunities to make the money. And also remember, today is the Wednesday, so we have a methodology classes where we're going to go into detail that how would you identify, and how would you position yourself to get the most out of and get the consistency. Because consistency, what I felt like, is not only about um, you know about the strategy or psychology. It's also about that when to size up and when to size down. And if you do not understand it, you're likely gonna blow your counts on those days. So yesterday was a chop day, absolutely, no sizing day. Today is an extremely volatile day. So you need to be very careful. You can't expect ES to give you a 3 point, 4 point, 5 point risk, given it is moving, a lot. So make sure that you risk it appropriately, and you look for the bigger returns, given the volatility is high. But today is the day where if you exercise patience and stay calm and composed and wait for the right opportunity, today could be the day where you can make, whole week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks of profit in just one day. But you need to exercise patience. Make sure that you don't have early losses, because if you have early losses, even you have a good gains, or the trade which work in your direction, but if you have early losses, all of your profit is going to go and consumed by discovering those losses. So stay calm and composed. Very extended candles at this point, right? Retesting pre-market high 6,075, 22,100. So really extended. But it doesn't mean that we can short it, because it's really still holding up with the moving averages, really up, holding this big candle. So a lot of buying happening. Unless we see a complete rejection, that's where we're gonna short. Any questions, Waldemar, Dan, Miguel? Yeah, yeah. Excuse me. So this is the first sell-off coming in, but this, don't rely overly on it. You see, it's still the above the first red candle, so it can easily bounce back from here. Um, just still extended from the 5 on a 5-minute chart from the moving averages. So see here, they immediately came in and start bouncing it. So it's still the dips are buying. So morning, Vivek. I was just messing about, thinking about you. How's everything? No, we are waiting for the right place. So today is a very important day. Today could be the day where you can make the whole month of profit. But exercise patience. Don't go into the low risk reward entries and exit. Don't exhaust your losses. You know, if you take too many small losses, then even if you have a big win, it doesn't going to look big. So um, what we're having is a plan. The first plan was to see if there's a gap up, and if holds the gap. So exactly that happens. That market has a big gap up based on the news, and market is gapping now. So now the question is that now it's going to be the 1A 1B. Is this going to hold this gap and market continue to go and make the new all-time high, or this gap is going to be the exhaustion gap? The given market has moved a lot, and this gap is basically the sell off for the whole day. So we need to be very carefully trade um, over the highs on the breakout. It's going to be real tough on the long side. Similarly, uh, under the low short could also be really get squeeze you out. So we need to find um, a little different approach where if market get extended on a lower time frame by pushing the market up, that's the time where we can find a shorting opportunities. Or if we see that if markets stay within the morning opening range and first try to move back up, fails, come back down, fails, and again move back up, and then we're gonna see some breakout opportunities that we can trade. Um, but we need to be careful shorting the top and also the shorting the bottom, going the top and going the bottom, because market can just do a weird thing, because today could be the day where market pulled the rug. So if you look at the last few days, market was just buying everything, doesn't even let the 30-minute sell off continues, right? That was the regime we were in. Right now we're also looking at the similar way. The market is bouncing, but we need to see that is this the day, is this today is the day where market going to pull the rug. And and the pulling the rug means that the market institution is going to tap off, and if market is selling off, institution will let the market to sell off. It's today is the day. Yes, yes. I mean, there's already been priced in now, because at the 805, market didn't even react to that information. It's just 10 points up and down. And if you remember, so they agreed on the framework that how they're going to negotiate. They have some details, and I think that was exactly likely to happen, right? We know that China usually, uh, you know, they are stubborn, strict, but they usually don't like uh, economic wars, and especially for the US, because they don't think it's in the interest of anyone. So likely be the case that they will negotiate, and they are negotiating now. So I think that this is a win-win situation for everyone. So market is exactly at the place where market was in the January, right? So whole tariff uncertainty is gone on the on the same day we got the framework in place. So that was really crazy part about it. But now the question is that what CPI is this CPI going to make this new high, or today is a day where the market is going to start selling off. We'll see. So the idea is that we should not rush in anything. Be very careful. Okay. Yeah. Even if the real action is that they don't going to let you see what's going to happen. So, either they're going to trap the longs, or people are going to think the CPI data is good, market is just making new highs. First for half an hour, they get the retails inflows, and then they start selling off, or basically this they're going to push one more time, trap all the shorts, take all the positions out, and then the institution will flip the position. But only trouble is that if all things equals, if the tariff uncertainty is gone, the question is that is there anything fundamentally change anything from January? And if the question is that there is nothing changed fundamentally, then the question is that uh, there might be more buying coming in, and then they make the new all-time high. And that's why you see that even the intraday, even the 30-minute sell of is dip is buying back, right? And why this dip is bought back? Because people were thinking that this is it. There is no uncertainty. The sell-off was wrong. We have lost the gain, so now they're buying. Right center, right center left. They're just buying any small dip. Okay, so this is the first dip coming in on the 5-minute chart. So we'll see that if we can hold 6,052, we can look for the long side opportunities with the first pullback up. Let's see if we can get the 6,050 hold. There is also a big order on the Bookmap in NQ on 22,000. So this could be the support area, but I don't see any significant orders on the ES. So let's see what that does. If we can get the bounce from the 6,050, that could be an interesting small buy scalp for us. Dan, what do you think, Dan? Yeah, under 67. Yeah. Make sure that you take the profit timely, because there might be a pullback again. But I don't see on the ES there is any big order on 60,050. But there is a 22,000 on NQ. Uh, but not as big. I think I see the small order, but not as big on 6,050. Not as compared to the NQ. Only 129 lots, which is way less than the uh, other orders you see in the market. where we have thousands and lots order as well. What do you see? What is the lot size do you see on 6050? What lot size do you see on 6050? Yeah. So NQ is trying to bounce from the 22,010, didn't go close to 22,000. Let's see what it does. Get ready for small scalp. Go with the 1/10 of your size. This is the first trade pre-market. We're gonna go small size. Long. Because 6050 the psychological level, I'm thinking it's going to hold this level. And if it holds and bounces here, we're gonna see a likely bounce back to the highs. So NQ is holding 22,000. Let's see what NQ does, what ES does now. ES is also holding, but it didn't really retest 6,050 completely. So not yet, not interested. I want a perfect entry. So if we're gonna take close to 6,050, our profit target would be 6,062. But if it doesn't pull back all the way to 6,050 and then just bounce now, then I'm not interested. We're just doing right now. When guys on the YouTube say hello or introduce yourself, I'm just wondering that did you guys traded anything so far? Or you're still waiting like us? Sometimes you might see that I'm talking, I'm responding to the questions. Uh, it's you cannot hear the questions coming directly from the Discord, but I'm responding to. So if you hear, don't think that I'm crazy. I'm just talking to myself. I'm basically responding to the people in the Discord. So see, this pullback is coming in. That's I wanted to see if we can hold the 6,050. That could be a nice pullback here. Okay, this push is coming down. Let's see, can we get the uh, pullback here? Holding 6,050. So double 5 minutes consolidation, 3 minutes less in 3 minutes is going to be 9 o'clock. So first entry would be close to 6,052, 53 if it holds 55. But let's see, does it hold or not? Nicely holding 2 more minutes. 2 5 minutes consolidation very nicely. NQ failed to break down 22,000. ES has failed to break down, even retest 6,050. It's holding above 60,055. Lot of bottoming tail. Another 40 seconds. The point is that if you will take it close to 6,060, assuming that if it bounce and if it take the entry close to 660, we don't have a good risk reward ratio. So therefore, if we really need to take any entry, uh, we need to take it close to 6,052, 53, so we can get the 6,064 and 6,070. Because if you're going to take closer to 6,000, which is right now it is 6,060, uh, then for right risk to reward, we expect them to make the new highs, which is, it can make, but it's just a little more unreasonable to expect before the market opens. So therefore, I'm thinking that if we get the rejection, retest, and then rejection, and then bounce back, then we have a better chance to get the right risk reward. Yeah, I think market is wanting to go up without us, without proper pullback. So I'm not taking that trade. And I think it's not pulling back now. I'm just gonna go use restroom and be back. Uh, the idea is working, but I felt like there's no proper risk reward. Therefore, I didn't take it. I'll be back in a few minutes. Wait, let me just wait. I can hold a few more seconds before I go. And if we see, this was of the pullback I was expecting, because it was not a good risk reward ratio. But now, see, if now people short here, uh, and we see a rejection on 6,050, that's where I'm thinking to go long. Let's see that what we get it here. Can we get the pullback? It's right now 6,054. We want a little bit more proper, a little bit more sell off. We want to have a perfect risk reward. So we'll take the 2 point risk with the expectations of 10 point. 1:5 risk reward rather than chasing it on the top. Now you'll see that why I was telling you not to chase on the top. let's say 6,053, 52. Oh wow! Somebody has removed the full order from the on the NQ 22,000. Okay. All right. To put it back, let's say 652. Okay, this is holding 6,052. Let's see. Can it go? So it bounced 52. I wanted to enter, but it was really quick, so I didn't enter yet. It was a good bounce already. Oh, here you go. Look at this. It was just so quick that I will. Did you see the bounce? Did you guys see the bounce? Uh, but I didn't take it. It was just so quick. It was just really so quick. Um, it's too quick, and I missed my restroom window as well. Okay, I'm gonna be back now. I'm not gonna trading anymore. Um, it was just a wild. And do you see that? I told you to take the profit. It's close to 6,062. It jumped all the way to 6,061 and then pulled back. But that was really quick. All right, I'll be back. We're gonna get a lot of opportunities, so don't worry about it.
What happened? Did I miss anything here? Well, that's good. The market is really holding nicely. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I think the only reason is because then nobody wants to front run um, today's day. Everybody's thinking that there is going to be a lot of reaction, but now everybody's waiting for the first move to come in. Uh, you know what I mean? So a lot of traders will take the big positions once they see a clear trend. Today is going to be either the gap crap, is mean that the uh, is going to sell off, or is going to rip again. So, and then people are flexible, traders are flexible for both sides, but they don't want to front run this. All right, we'll take a small trade here, a very small trade. We'll take it on the upside. I'll see that if we can get a little bit push on the higher side. We had a nice consolidation after 10-15 minutes here. We still have a 20 minutes left, so we might see a one push up. Our stop loss would be the 55. It's not pushing as expected. Come on. Here you go. The move came in. We just need to cross 59. Yeah, here you go. Want to push further up. See if we can get to the 6064. So right now it is above our break even. Uh, so movement is going to cross 6062. I'm going to put my order on the break even. So we don't want to lose on this, but if we can push to 6064, that would be a win situation for us. Not now. Let it run over the 6060 first. Okay. It's a rejected 57. Okay, I didn't like this candle. This is really bad sell-off candle. It's very close to our brain, very close to our stop loss area. Come on, push up. Still 30 seconds left on this minute. It's look like we're going to stop out. Okay. Okay, let's close this. Let's close this. I think that it's not ready uh, to go up close to 55.75. Yeah.
So I'm putting my stop loss under 55. It's gonna touch it. We're gonna be stopped. All right, I stopped out. So basically, the see the way the what is being rejecting right now. So let me just open this chart, and you will see here. So let's take this one here in here. Uh, so let me just bring this chart. I think this one is better. So look at this one. So this is R3 at 6057. So when I see the on the book map, the volumes are coming in and breaking out R3, which is 6057. And if you look at it here on the 1 minute here, you're gonna see so very nicely lower highs. It broke out. We entered here, but then it before it reaches to 6060, it just fails, right? But this fail doesn't mean that it's wanted to uh, immediately sell off, but it's also possible that the moment the market opens and people just start taking profit, and we might not gonna find any opportunities for shorting it. uh, the given the way it is, see, look at this. So this is the first move, and if you look at it right now, we did not have any other move yet. So it could, what does really mean to show to me, uh, that this just really means that there's no buyers, and it possible, for instance, the market open close somewhere here, and do nothing, and then it just sell off. It can easily possible. So if this scenario happens where market just sell off um, without any pullback, then we need to assess that how we can enter it, um, with the momentum. So 6050 would be the send in the line for us. So for shorting it, because that's also an R3 and as well as the psychological level. So exactly where we stopped out, 6055, it's just holding, going back up. Uh, so it's still the idea work, but we can't take a risk. The idea is that that was a scalp idea, and we need to understand the overall. After just one big push, there is no other perfect green candle. So we don't know what is likely coming next year unless we clearly see. So right now we are consolidating on 30 minutes nicely. We still have a 12 minutes remaining. Um, my initial idea was that it is going to push close to 6,065 the way it was moving. Did you guys hear that the Elon uh, is saying that he's regretting for putting the last week tweets against the President Trump? Yeah, but they don't know what's 55% breakup is, right? Why they're saying 55%? What does it really means that? So I don't know what it really means. So I don't.
mean, it's ultimately the American will lose, right? Because if they're paying 55% tariff, it's just that they're going to buy it expensive. What's the benefit of the uh, for American consumer? I mean, what you buy is maybe in the next few days instead of dollar store, you're gonna put a name as the $55 55% store, right? I mean, it's just going to be inflationary on the smaller items which you find very cheap. And not only this stuff, because I know a lot of companies, the brand, the clothings are coming from China, so everything is going to get expensive. I mean, they can do that, but this is just going to be cost, additional cost, right? I mean, if you are doing something to benefit the consumers, right, then it makes sense. But if you are inflating the tariff which is coming into your uh, country, and yeah, it's a tax to you, not to the Chinese. So see, market's still holding. So our idea was not wrong, but it didn't move, didn't go anywhere. So it's just so we need to be very careful. Look at it might be so make sure that, as I said, that today is going to be a important day. So we might need to keep a little bit more attempts for our trading because there might be a more wrong because we need to be aggressive in entries without waiting for too much. Think about it. For instance, the market opens and starts selling off, then we don't have any option. We're just gonna short. But what I'm saying that go with the smaller size with the bigger return. So that's where you can keep it in the initial hours, and then once market settle down, we're gonna get more structural entries, so we can take it slowly. But keep the room for the adders today. Because today is not the day where you're gonna go big size on each trade. Um, there could be a big movements, but with the smaller risk. So then you don't get, even if you're wrong one or two, you still be profitable. I think there was which day was I'm show you here. I think there was one day somewhere here. Could be okay. It's pushing further now. So this market already is selling off. So weakness is showing up. November 5th. I think it was somewhere. So see this. I'm just thinking that this could be the day. Today's could be the day like this, which is the November 11th, where market gapped up and had a spike in the pre-market and just continuously sell off the whole day. So that could be the day. Um, so 5 minutes remaining. We Morning, John. Let's do it. Let's set up everything together. We'll see what comes next. So 606. So 6,000 almost 17 is the high. Well, I think RT is a little bit up. But see, if my R3 is 6057. And I think interesting is that the 6040 is where the move started, and 6040 is the yesterday high as well. And then the VWAP is 6046. So many pullback. But if it comes that low, we'll see. Because then the more it comes down, there's unlikely there would be a move back up. Because it just really means that those who are profitable, or those who are long last night or day before, they're gonna push for the profit taking. They will not going to hold to see that, oh, it's going to go up. You know what I mean? Because it's an extended move, right? So uh, if it's not started moving back up, the moment market going to open, there might be a start. They start taking profit because they're going to be scared to lose what they have made it. And that's what I'm saying, that if that's happened, we need to watch for the 6,050 level. If it couldn't hold 6,050, we can easily short 6,050 level uh, with the risk above that. That could easily happen if it cannot hold this. So market is just selling off. Let's see what it does. 20 more seconds, 50 more seconds. Good luck. Good luck, guys, on the YouTube and the X. Carefully. Today is going to be volatile day. Already. Good luck. Few more seconds. All right. The first leg, first push is down. See, that's what I was saying, that there could be a possibility. So first push down. Market held the 6,052. So let's see what it does now. Next, can it fail here? But watch for shorting under 6,000. It's going to be 8 point risk. Okay, if you're going to short here, so it's going to be 8 point risk. So be careful. Okay, so we're working fine. Trail the order with the nice trail the order. Come on, push. I want this to go to 6,040 before I take the partial. Come on, don't pull it, don't pull it, don't pull it. My trail came in. I stopped out with the profit, but you keep trailing it. It's gonna go 42. Close. Take the profit close to 6,042. Very small profit. I basically stopped out because of the order. But if you are in the trade, take the 6,050. Very good, awesome trade we had. The first trade was really good. So I'm out from the trade. I'm gonna watch now what we're gonna do. Anyone took the trade with me? Wow, the hero guys. Where's the horn? Where's the sound? Where's the sound? This was a good shot, huh? Anyway, let's watch for the other ones. So let's see what it does here. So any just Voldemort, just you have taken or anyone else taken as well? Maybe did you take the? Okay, so still making a bear flag. Let's see what happens because this one 6,040 is an important level. This is the where the move started, the big green candle, if you remember. Uh, so we'll see what happens now. We have a clear opening range now, and this candle put us into back to the yesterday highs. So if you look at it here, without the pre-market noise, right now we are close to the yesterday highs range. So if it's continue to sell off, we can push the button and then take the smaller position again and see if we can get the another leg down. It's look weak. No buyers yet coming in. So this candle is really weak, looks weak. Don't give it too much room here. 6,046 will be this, will be the stop loss for me for my next entry. But if it's just gonna move, it's gonna move very nicely. So it's moving right now. Let's see, can it break down under the lows? Is the pre-market is it basically opening range as well now? Can it break down? It moved a little bit, but not too much. It is really weak, so it can easily break down further, and people are going to start taking profit here. Uh, no real momentum came in. I'm taking out. I'm closing it. It's taking too long to break. We'll see. We'll reassess the. I'm out. We'll reassess that what it does here, because this is an important area. If you look at it, opening range didn't break down opening range. So now I think so. Now the morning scalp position is gone. Now we need to wait patiently and wait for the structure to come in. Then we'll take the structural trade. Okay. So whatever the momentum one is to come in the first beginning, it's over now. So now our plan is, if it's gonna fail the opening ranges, then we're gonna take it. And if it doesn't fail the opening ranges, it's gonna move up. We'll find the on the retest we can go long. But the momentum trades are over. Only trade gonna come in as a short now if you're gonna see an opening range failure. So we are moving from quick trades to more structural trade, the way we regularly trade now. See, would you see that how I transition from framing things? Is really important for you guys to frame it. So momentum frame is all out. We tried to show we got the first entry, but I'm slightly red, given our pre-market short in the second try I had it. But that's fine. So what is more important is that you're not red, because what I have read is that I'm only 2 points red. So any single contract I will take, I will get 2 points. I'm gonna be turning green. Uh, but now we need to wait for market to give us a clear structure before we take any trade. So still really strong at this point. So NQ has almost the 70 points opening range, and ES is almost 12 points opening range. So it's not a big opening range. Okay, so you can easily break down and break out on either direction, because if you look at the pre-market high, pre-market is a 6,072, and for NQ is almost the 2,000 and 22,100. So there's a lot of room on the upside and downside as well. So for me right now, there is no biasness towards a short or long. Market has hold the gap at this point, and if you look at it, our screen, you can see the 2 minutes chart without the pre-market data. You can see market is still above the yesterday high, which in itself is really bullish, because market is holding. Market is not in the lows of yesterday. Market is in the high side of the yesterday. So I saw the big order coming in at 6,045. Let's see, can it absorb, or the buyer come in and absorb and push the price up? Okay, so aggressive seller came in, pushed the price down. What's next? Does it hold? Yeah, still holding it. Are you guys green or red? What are you guys right now? Green. Good. Well done. What about John? Vivek? Miguel? Good. Good. So that's good. This is important for you to recognize that if something is not in your trade book, don't take it, right? See, as I said, that even I take it, I basically took it very small size. And given the reason being is that it might likely, this today is a day where it could be a momentum day where the continuous sell off comes in, but that continuous sell off has just stopped. So I don't know what next going to come in. I don't want to anticipate anymore. We will wait for the right structure uh, and trade. If it's breakout, we'll check breakout. If it's breakdown, we'll check breakdown. So right now, ES is ranging in 10 points range, holding 6,044, 42, and all the time moving back up to 51. NQ is also holding 22,000. Right now, 20,000, 21,970. This pullback is coming. Could be a very strong pullback if this goes over the upside. Here you go, the squeeze coming in. Can it break out? In order for us to this to break out, it has to go over 6,050. If this fails 6,050, we see a clear rejection. It might be possible we're gonna see another. So get ready for short if it's failed 6,050. This is the third attempt in making it over 6,050. See, in these days, it's really important not to be in rush or don't preempt. Okay, don't preempt. Oh, I want to just trade because I know that feeling that the moment the bells rings, you just wanted to press the buttons. But today is a day where you do not need to push buttons very quickly. Wait for the right setup, and setup will come to you. Let the market decide what it wants to do. So see here, if you look at it on 1 minute or 2 minutes, it's just going back and forth between 6,044 to 6,050. And to be honest, I don't know which side is going to break. But idea is that whatever size it breaks, we can join them. So remember, the SPY is green, triple Q is green, ES is green, NQ is green. SPY is above yesterday, close to yesterday high. ES is very close to yesterday high. NQ is very close to yesterday high. So all this shows that market still have buyers. Market is not selling off. People are not taking profits. The profit is only going to we'll see when we're gonna see that when it's clear failure of 6,050. Almost 15 minutes about to over. Okay, this legs came in, little bearish. But market still holding 6,044. Watch, if it's failed 6,050, we can go. It's already failed, but now we need to find see a clear failure so we can enter. If it's come below the 6,044, definitely It's mean that they want it to come another leg down. But don't guess it, because a lot of I see still a lot of orders sitting on 44. So I want this to come and really break the range this time. Okay, so breaking the range now. Let's see what it does here. Can it hold back up? NQ is already slipped under the lows. NQ is already under the lows. Keep an eye for shorting it. Okay, I'm short. I'm short. NQ already broke. I'm short. Let's see. Can we get it? Can we get it 6,010? It's holding 6,036. We don't want this to get hold. Come on, we want this to continue to flush down. We want to continue to flush down. Can it? Come on. I want to continue to flush down here. Take the profit. Didn't move too much the way I wanted to. Come on. Holding the yesterday close basically right now. Sorry, not the yesterday close. Yesterday, day before yesterday, and also the overnight sessions low. Okay, I'm holding this pullback. Oops, this is the bad spike. I'm holding the spike. Okay, almost bounce it back from the opening range. This is a VWAP. We want this to fail here. Okay, our entry was under 42, so we almost 2 points away, 2 points losing this trade. Right, I'm reducing it if it's gonna hold the VWAP. Okay, it's rejecting it. So that's okay. Still there. So right now we're still in the three points range within the risk tolerance. It's really seems very strong. I'm going to reduce it one contract, and if it's going to break 47, I'm going to stop out. We can reconsider it. Okay, I'm out. Doesn't seem like a good day so far. It went into a direction. I added into the position and then it immediately spiked back up. So basically, from my original entry, I only lost 1 point, but I added under the 40. That basically took my 4 points. Otherwise, I would be very green. But that's fine because that's the way it is, right? So on those days, if you're not gonna push, you're not gonna make money. So, but it's also important that if you feel like you're wrong, you just take take a pause and stop out. So I'm gonna wait. So see, look at it as a beautiful entry we had. It was failed, and then immediately from 6035, it was a yesterday close, day before yesterday close. It bounced immediately from that side, and that is the weird part of it that it didn't even close the overnight session gap. If that would have closed it, it's much better opportunity. But market is now looks very strong, holding again the whole gap. So we need to watch before we re-enter any new trade. What someone is able to take the trade and took the profit as well, because it moves almost the 6-7 points into a direction and then it's just turned immediately up. So we lost. The maximum loss you should have on this trade is 4 points. Okay, so I'm waiting now. I'm not really. So look at this how this pullback came in. So it's a V shape basically came down and exactly move up. Look at the next last 2 minutes, last 6 minutes, all candles are green. Okay, I'm not preempting anything that it could possibly fail here, making the lower highs. Again, see, it retested 6,050, but couldn't break out to 6,052. It's still holding 6,050. Let's see what it does here. Watch out if it can fail again 6,050. I'm going to go small size here. Not now. Let it break the 6,048. So if it breaks now, after this pullback, then we can go short. If not, then no. A really strong pullback. So I think this pullback is bought back up again. It's really strong. So buyers are still here. So nobody wants to sell at this point. Could be a see. So right now, if you look at it, it could be the place where the breakout happened, or it could be a lower high, and the market just fell here. So if market fails, then we can go short. But if it start breaking out over the highs, we can consider going long here. Okay, go with the small size because I don't even trust market is extended. So 6,050. Uh, we want market to go a little up over 6,053. That's where we're gonna go long. And under 6,045, that's where we're gonna go short. Okay, so it's making seems like a lower highs. Market is coming back down again. But don't short it now unless we clearly see that it's failing the VWAP and coming under 6,045. Market is just too noisy today. Let's see what happened after this candle closes. No trade yet. Let's watch a little bit. It's still really strong at this point, holding the yesterday high. So it's still holding it. If we really wanted to short, we wanted to see this. It comes below 6,045. Okay, 10 o'clock mark complete. Only 4 seconds left in 10 o'clock. So half an hour so far. Just consolidation. Let's see what it does at after 10 o'clock. Does it break out or fails? Be ready, okay? Be ready. If it breaks out over the highs, over 6,053, 54, we can go with the long as well. So, uh, because if markets here breaks out, it's already over the yesterday high. It can easily break out. So no basically biases. We shorted earlier because it's coming down. If it's not coming down, we will go long. Okay, watch. I think it's trying to break out. Watch. The volume started coming in as well. See, can it go close to the 54? Again, it's failing. So 6,050. Okay. If it fails, remember 6,040 under 45. It looks really, really strong the way it is holding. It could be the manipulation, right? So they're thinking, or they're pushing is the candles, they're forming the candles as if that they're going to go long, but then suddenly they pull the rug, and then the sell-off continues what was happening half an hour ago. So market opens almost 32 minutes, and market still in the same rate. Excuse me. It's getting boring, but this is what it is. So market still in the opening range, waiting. Okay, it seems like it's failing. It's coming back down again, by after making a double top. So see if it can fail the 6,045. That's where we can be sure that will be hard for ES to recover. Then we're looking for a point of no return. See, it's still consolidating. I don't know what the next move is. If it fails here, there could be a good chance for us to go short. Okay, watch out for short. Okay, let's see how this candle close. If this candle close, 1 minute candle close a strong bearish candle under the 6,045, then we can go short. Again, pull back up. So still consolidating. So just if you look at the 5 minute chart, look at this 2 5 minutes candle last. It is just basically consolidating indecision making candles. Still watching. So like the failed to go up. Already had a 2 attempts. So watch for the short under 6,045. Not doing anything. Just consolidating it as well. How many of you feel the trading is boring now? John, Vladimir, Vivek, Miguel, do you guys feel the trading is boring now? What you guys used to feel before coming and joining this community? Trading is fun. Because when you are just clicking and get stuck into trades, you never felt that there's a boredom. You only feel boredom when you're waiting for the setups. If just pretend that you are in the trade on the simulator, then just see that how much you're gonna be hyper focused and watching each candle. Okay, this move comes in. Let's see can it break down this time. This is going to be the next almost 2 minutes remaining, and this is going to be the 15 minutes of consolidation. Really significant in decision making candles coming in. So watch for it. So if it fails here and make the new low, and seems like it's making. Let's see how does it end. Okay, don't force it. Let this candle close. So many times it just came down and bought back up. So I want this candle to clearly close uh, below these key levels. Okay, again pull back up. See here, it's just a bizarre price action. I don't think so. We're gonna get any good trade today. We need to accept this loss so far. It could break out on the upside as well. So let's watch. You're gonna think, oh, Sean is just crazy. 1 second is saying short, 1 second is long. I mean, it is what it is. What you can do, right? The structure is on the both side right now. It can break anywhere, anytime, any side. Here you go on the upside, but not yet. Let it close. Let it close above it. Okay, it's breaking out very nicely. 10 more seconds before the 10:10, and this could be the place where this market gonna break out. Okay, let's see what it does. If it's gonna push up, we're gonna go long. But this happens after a pretty big consolidation. See, can it break out over 6054? If it can break out over 6,054, we can go long. But I don't know. Look at this again. It's just training. go small size, because it can easily happen that it break out and then fails and just reject. Okay, this could be a just trap. So we'll go long here when it's going to cross 6054 with a small size. Not yet, I'm going to tell you. What's happening? Why it's not so slow? Eh, not doing anything. What do you guys think? It's very, very weird price action. Okay, get ready. Okay, get ready. Come on. Let's see what it does now. Come on. I don't know what's going on here. The last thing we want is the excessively dropped. It's failed to move up and then dropped. Come on. Come on, break out now. Okay, I'm lifting it to the break even in case if it's just a crap. At least we don't lose more money. Come on, go, 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 go. Okay, I put on the break even. It is what it is. If I don't get it, don't get it. All right, I will stop down. This is just so bizarre price action. I don't like it at all. I'm not trading anyone, man. This is just a so bizarre price action. Very low. I was not expecting this chop. Okay, so no trade. So on the long side, market doesn't have any momentum, but it doesn't give the short side as well. Uh, so so I basically here I entered here hoping it's gonna go up. It went up a little bit, and then there's no momentum. Let me show you the you know this is a smaller, really small time frame, so you can exactly see the entries here. It still wanted to go up, but there's no momentum at all. So it is what it is. Just ignore it. If it fails and we get the momentum, we're gonna trade it. I'm the red for the day. I basically took into two of my accounts. In one account, I lost $600, and on the other account, I lost $300. So I'm almost $900 red. Uh, so uh, yeah, so I'm not taking any more trade unless we see a clear momentum, and it's feel like it's just it might gonna fail. It's just closing the gap, but it might break out. It doesn't seems like there's any momentum or any clear push or direction in the market at this point. So there is no point for pushing it. So my advice is as well that as far as if this market stay within this range, which is the opening range, just don't take it. Just don't. You can see clearly that there is no momentum on the upside. Market tries, then fails. Is this is the 2 minutes to two. You know, after almost 15 minutes of consolidation, this is what we only got 2 points move. So that is really less. Right. I see somebody mentioned to me. Yeah. Thank you, Miguel, for posting it. Um, but yeah, very slow move. I wasn't expecting this slow move in the market. So now it's breaking out, which we were expecting. But look at it, only the breakout is 1 or 2 points, which is not real momentum. You're not gonna get much out of it unless just start moving back up and go to 6,075. Um, but it's really very slow, very very slow. If you look at the 5 minutes, you can see here 5, 10, 15 minutes of consolidation and only 3.4 point moves. If you get the 15, 20 minutes of consolidation, you expect at least 10, 15 points move. But given we are so extended in the market, there's no new push coming in on the upside. When market falls, a lot of buyers comes in, but there's no buyers on the top. And see, I was saying that the worst trap would it be that it just breaks out and then it fails. Yesterday afternoon was a good session. I made really good money in it. Sometimes market just give you in the afternoon. Uh, Yesterday we were waiting for the China session, and this is really important for you guys to understand. And we're going to go into the methodology class today, discussing about the position sizing and how to risk properly. So what I'm saying that yesterday I made $1,500, but today even if I lost it, I only lost it 900. So I'm still positive based on just yesterday results. So you need to make sure that even on your losing day, you should not exceed your most profitable or your profitable day of the week. Even though I had a lot of expectations from today's market, I was expecting market going to give a nice momentum. Uh, but after the initial move, it didn't give any continuation. So be it, right? So you don't need to fight the market. If market is not giving to you what you want, just step on your one side, and you don't need to trade, because the more you're gonna force it, it's just gonna be more riskier. So now it's breaking out as we expected, but really slow breakout, right? Look at this 52, 1 point, 2 points in 2 minutes candle, which is not really interesting breakout the way I like to trade. We want 10, 15 points breakouts and momentum very quickly. Excuse me. Very slow price action. What do you guys think about this price action today? Hmm? What you guys think about the price action today? So market is retesting 6,000. Now go ahead. Exactly. Market is just basically grinding up again and retesting 6,070 or 80, which is the opening range. A very slow grind is basically algo again pushing up the price. Really bizarre price action. Uh, we just need to wait for the price to um, because the real momentum either going to come in when the market going to start sell off. We need a one or two good sell off before people start thinking, okay, you know what, now market has dipped, so let's buy again for the next move up. Right now is that is such an excessive liquidity in the market that market doesn't even sell off for 30 minutes. Just look at today when we only have a one small sell off first 15 minutes, and second 15 minutes we have a bottoming down. So essentially, if I open the 15 minutes chart, you look at this. So we only had a 15 minutes sell off. So right now, the market is happy even with the 15-minute sell off. Can you imagine? And even here, not even the 15 minutes. So if I go here and put the 10 minutes. So right now, yeah, 15 minutes. So bizarre. So bizarre. Oh my goodness. Very close to the pre-market high. Dan, was you able to take the profit or you're still holding your shorts? Good. So you bought back. You're busy. I don't know. The way it's grinding, I mean, I don't even trust this. Unless I see a clear failure, I wouldn't show it. Um, yeah, that's the problem, right? Sometime, who knows, right? As far as I say, see, my thesis was, and you look at it now, I think that's very important for you guys to understand. So you don't fight the market. As far as market is above 60,050, there is no short for us unless we say that in a short time frame market is really extended. Because the way I see, look at this. If you look at the daily chart, market is basically over the highs of yesterday. So if market is over the highs of yesterday, there's no way market you consider market as a bearish market. So it's very slow price grinding now. I hate this kind of price action. This is the worst price action can happen, and then you can't just trade that. really, really slow and the bad price action. Are you guys coming into this methodology class? We'll see. Maybe, sometimes. So right now, remember we were talking about the scenario. So it's turning into a 1A scenario where I was saying that it's going to be gap up and it's going to hold and it's just gap and go. It just keep grinding up. And I think this is what is happening. But the way it is happening is too slow that you cannot even write that. But this is basically what's happening is a 1A scenario and 1A. Those who have missed when I was talking about those scenarios, go back and check to this stream and you're going to see explain that there will be at least three scenarios. Initially, first 15 minutes happened 1B, where when gap happened and it couldn't hold and then just start selling off. And we shorted it, we took a little bit profit, but end up losing the trade. And second scenario was that there's a gap and this market just keep grinding up. And then later in the afternoon, uh, when extended on the daily on the intraday chart, then we'll give a short opportunity, but it's just going to keep grinding up. So right now, it is what it's happening right now, and just keep grinding up. So don't force this trend. Don't force to short it unless you see a clear downtrend starting. Don't think, oh, this is 6070, 6080. Market should come down. You never know. Market may start, just continue to grind another 1 hour and so, and go and retest 6,100 before even doing anything. Guys, any questions while we hang around and wait? It's really good grinding up, but it's hard to trade. Guys, while we are waiting, can you guys go on the YouTube and give us a thumbs up and share and like? And same, the guys on the X watching us. Really appreciate if you give us a support. We have a red day at least. You can give us a thumbs up to lighten up our day. Or the reason would it be that the market was grinding up because at 9:54, Trump has tweeted that CPI just out, great numbered, Fed should lower 1 full point, would pay much less interest on debt coming due. So important. So I think that's maybe the reason, where we have seen that the market has turned completely bullish again because of his tweet. Any question, guys? Are we meeting tonight, right? For methodology class? 'So this is the first 5 minutes bearish coming in the market after I don't know how many green candles. 6060, hitting the 6060 now. Another leg up. Market is just now. Even all these 5, 10, 15, 20, almost 25, 30 minutes from our entry where we've taken. So if I go back here, look at this. So we entered here on this breakout in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, almost 25 minutes away. Market just moved 8 points. So, it's just all right, I think market is not moving in any direction. What we're going to do, we're going to end the stream uh, and give a thumbs up and like, and see you tonight in our methodology class. And yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, guys.